Hello my beautiful darlings and welcome back to Satisfactory. And if I do sound off this time, it's not because of family drama. No, I'm sick. But I'm also stubborn, so here we are. I'm just gonna let you guys take that in for a second. Not me, but that. Right now, we are looking at a very concrete box. Which is fine. It's fine. Not knocking a box, but it is a box with glass. So once we're done doing the final things in there, I kind of feel like we need to break up the box a bit. I already broken up the box a tiny bit here and there, but it needs a bit more. And we have also a new structure added. And as you guys can see, a bit of color change. But we got some concrete moving and grooving, and I added in a little bit of fun. Ready, steady, go! See, broken up the box. And we're gonna make that a bit more pretty too, but right now, yay. Because down here, I kind of need to keep this still, and here I gotta keep in mind. So I kind of had to do this. But since we're down here, you know, we can add a tiny bit of something. And I was actually thinking of that. Then we need a inverted ramp with no filter, please. Yes, good. And that way the truck can still go underneath, and it still looks somewhat nice and secure, right? And two tied together. Can we get away with that? Kinda, but what if we do that? Would that be terrible? That might actually be a-okay. Now for the other side. I'm trying my best here not to come with bad puns, but they just escape. I was thinking like that with the reinforced, and then we need some of these babies right here. So it looks a bit more safe and secure, and we got a nice little edge. Edgy. Yeah, that looks good. And yes, I am aware I can take the hybrid thingy, but right now, I am just checking and seeing where I can add a bit of pizzazz as we go up to where we actually need to be. And why not? So here we got our steel ingot production. Yep, steel ingots. And they are going into little boxes, more little boxes. And then they're going up, up and away. And the one next to it, that is iron going up and away. Alright. Next floor. And here we can do that. That. Yeah. So here we are making, what are we making? Iron ingots, which is great because we're gonna need them. And they don't take up as much room as some of the other things, but they got a room. It looks a bit empty in here, honestly. Who's the decorator? And here our iron ingots are getting consumed. Yum, yum, yum. Give me some. And we got screws and we got plating. But that's on the next floor. Here we got beams and pipes. Beams and pipes. So, steel ingots. Steel, baby. But unfortunately, no man of steel. Or woman of steel, for that matter. But it's fine. It's fine. We're getting our steel. And we got more bins to receive the items. And there is my wonderful concreter. And they're all getting escorted upstairs. I promise this is gonna make sense later, but right now let's just add some edges to this. So here is the plating and the screws and the whole shebang. And here we take the plating and the screws and we make reinforced plating and modular frames. Yes. That's not where I wanted you. Okay, I'll get you later. Yes, I will. Sneaky little bugger. So, why are we making all of these materials on site? Well, that brings me to here. The top of the building so far. And we have two massive machines here. So one floor will take care of industrial beams or encased steel beams. Why am I looking in there? We need to look in here. And we can either use this recipe or that one, which takes steel pipe and concrete. So there's options, but in this case, since we are producing both, and we are gonna need both, and since I am making both, we are gonna utilize both. So we are going with the traditional one, even though I like the other one very much as well. And that brings me to here. See, here is where our modular frames comes in. And our industrial beams. Should just have called them industrial beams, honestly. And our steel pipes. Hence why I'm not gonna tap into the steel pipes with the encased industrial beams. And then we're gonna eat up some more concrete. Right. Speaking of concrete, there's my beams. Okay. Not beams. Jeebus, come on, brain. We got this. We got this. Modular frames. Bloody murder. On a high sunny fucking highway. Okay. So I'm thinking that this floor here is just gonna be for the encased beams. And I know what I forgot before I deleted the manufacturer. So we're gonna put it straight on down again. Sorry. That's the recipe we want. And we have some alternatives. I want to go through those too. The normal recipe that you get without going for a hard drive hunt and getting the recipes, yada yada yada, is this. And it's not too overly complicated, but the thing that is gonna kill you and make you go bloody hell is that right here, the screws. The screws are gonna screw you. The encased beams, somewhat. And then the steel pipes, not so bad. But the modular frames can also be a hindrance. So, the other alternative is, if you don't want to go screwless, is this one. But instead of having to add concrete and pipe and you get the picture. But you're still gonna need screws, and it's 50 more than on the original. And then you gotta mix in some rubber, and then less industrial beams, just a smidge, and also your modular frames, right? But what we're going with is this right here, because it cuts out what do we don't need? Screws. Mainly because I do not want to mess around with more screwdrivers this week, honestly. And just because I'm sick doesn't mean I don't do shit. I recolored my mirror in my living room where I'm at, and actually it became quite nice. Let's see. There. Don't get me. Thank you. Now we can get a third one in here too, but the question is, do we need to? So that's the recipe we don't want. We want the normal one. So that's gonna give us 6 per machine, none overclocked. And honestly, I think that would be a-okay, because or should we sneak in one more just in case? In case of encased beams. Yeah, we are gonna sneak in one more. And it will be fine. Which means we still got room to bring that up. And this is gonna stay here. You're gonna be brought up, and you're gonna be brought up along with this. Okay. Let's get jiggy with it, shall we? And since the output is not that high, but I still want them to run somewhat fast, we're gonna use Mark III lifts for our output. where the things comes out of. Yep. Yeah, we want the center. Normally I try to get my recesses out to one side so I can keep the beltings from the side, but in this case we are gonna plop down a box along this wall here, so we can bring it up from here roughly as planned anyways. And just so we have a guide, we're gonna use the splitter. That's gonna be our guidance counselor in this case. You know what, we can actually push that a bit further. To there. Yeah, that would actually be a-okay. Now for our output, from where we bring out all of our materials, we are going with Mark 4. Because 4 marks are better than 1 mark? Bad jokes. I'm gonna blame that on the fever, honestly. And that means we can put the escalator hole right in the square. Good. Now, let's deal with some inputs here. Now, why is my beams not showing up here? That is worrisome. Let's just go over to the corner and take a look-see. Well, they are going up, so why are they not showing up in there? Weirdness indeed. Okay, I'm not gonna question it. I'm not gonna think about it. So, first mark 2s for the beams. For the concrete, we are going mark 3. And we're gonna click it 1 up. Which means there will be a slight clipping, so if you're not into that and you can't deal with that, look away. See, my concrete is there, so mainly because I don't want this to take up more space than necessary. And slight clipping, honestly, doesn't bother me too much, because as long as it works as intended, that's all I care about. This might be an issue. You might have to replace these assemblers and redo the rest of it. Dang it. Fine. Let's try that again. We lost the wall, which again is fine, no worries. As long as we don't take the floor away from underneath us, it's fine. And why does that matter that I want the connection from the concrete to be spot on? Mainly because I don't want to have belt issues. It's bad enough I have truck issues because I don't know how Coffee Stain did it, but they managed to make the trucks even derpier than they were from the get-go. So, there is our little guidey guider. Guidey guider? Well, at least it's not a Geiger counter we need, so. We had 3. Yep. That means I'm gonna speed this up, baby. Just a wee bit. Mainly because my joints are killing me. Okay. Hence why I'm cocooned in 2 different sweaters, because my joints decide to be thick. Oh well, let's go up 2. It's fine. 1, 2. Because we gotta raise the roof anyways. And that away. And that way. And those babies are all that way. No. That way. Thank you, Maud. There. It's a tiny bit wavy. It's fine. Not gonna worry. As long as it works. Well, not as long as it works somehow. And for output, we are going to mark freeze. And then we're gonna bring the merger. Boop. And boop. And since this baby is here, I'm not gonna move too quickly. We are going another way. Now we need to set these. And we're going to go with the normal one. The normal one. And the normal one. But upstairs is gonna be alternate recipe. Which I'm okay with. Right. Didn't I bring up? I did. Okay. I were about to yell at myself, but that's not necessary. But what is necessary is swooping. This is gonna look so much like an office building, I swear. Do I mind though? I don't know. Steppy steps. There's steppy steps. Wow, it's working. I need some stairs. Now for the next floor, I feel like we need to... No, don't do that. Give me those steppy steps. Thank you. And success. And we already got 18. That's good. That's very good indeed. Right. Is that gonna collide with our steppy steps? I don't think so. I think that will actually be okay. Ah, this is good. Glorious. Now, let's just get some foundation going. And then I can worry about the steps later. Right now, I am worried about getting the edges in first, because that way I can see where I need to bring up the rest of our materials that we are going to need for the next floor. Do you guys remember if we needed the concrete for the other one? You know what? Let's go downstairs all the way down because we need some room. There isn't enough room for that here. Yeah, we need to bring up the concrete upper floor. Okay. Well, sometimes it doesn't hurt to double check, because your brain is like, do I need that? And you're like, do I really need that? You know, you're kind of questioning whether or not if you really need it. Now, the question is, how do we get those babies up there? Just out of curiosity. Good. Which means that is one. That is one. Then we need the piping. You're a bit off. Hopefully that is right. Dang it. So close and no cigar. Let's just bit forward. Okay. There, so now we got 2 of our things. Now let's take care of number 3 and then number 4. Let's see. Bye bye steppy steps, you were very helpful. And there-ish. I don't know. That might be right. No, dang you! Well, sometimes when you're down, like we are, and then looking up, the perspective is a bit off. But that doesn't mean we can't make it work. And this one should be relatively, I wouldn't say easy per se, but more painless. And your perspective. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That actually means we can get steppy steps here. I'm okay with that. Take that out too for now, so I can see what on earth I'm doing. I don't need the ones with the railing at the moment. But what if we do like that? And then a nice little snappy turn here. And then some little steppy steps here. That way we can still move around. Go from the steps there to the steps over there. Oh, hunky-dory. Okay. And we can still access the box if need be. Yep. Alright. Let's fill in the rest of the floor up here. And we need to add at least 3 high wall right here. You know what? Let's add 2. And then we are gonna grab this. And then we can fill in the rest. Beepity boppity boop. And here we got plenty of room, but let's just make sure that we don't hit our head. That is a-okay. The new half foundations, even though I love the fact that we have half foundations, they don't snap where you want them to snap. They act more like a fully fleshed normal floor, kinda. And they want to snap higher than you actually want them to, see? See that? And I know Coffee Stain has said, well, I think they have said that they are going to work on it, which I hope is true, because until they do, utilizing those wonderful new foundations are gonna be a bit tiresome. Even though I was very happy to see we finally have half foundations. As a builder, that makes me very, very happy. Let's see. Which way do we want to point you? Because either way, it's gonna be some fandango. But to help with alignments, let's grab our little handy dandy friend here. Right there. And then grab our manufacturer. And again, we are not aiming for perfection here. I'm aiming for functional. Now, how bad is that? Can we get another one in here if need be? That would be a no. Then we would need to go up another floor. But I'm actually okay with that. Okay, and then we're gonna aim overhead. Nice. Whereas for these two, I don't know yet. Can't just keep it simple like that. And then bring the other two in on a bus line here. Let's try that. See how that is. We can always take it down if it doesn't feel right. And it would help if we do this from the right side too. Right. And you are gonna get a mark 3 right there. And you're getting a mark 3 too. I'm sorry for all of the jumping around, but it actually helps me a bit to make sure we get it in nicely. Now for the last two, we are going to use splitters on the line. Again, do it from the right side. So we're going to start with one and then we're going to take care of the other one. And this here is a nice quick way to make sure that you get it aligned. And it might look a bit funny and a bit weird, I know, but it works. And today, since I'm not in the mood or capable of anything not doing what it's supposed to be doing, I'm gonna go with what works. Alright. Now, why are you not sitting correctly, sir? What's your issue? What's your damage? Because sometimes when you place them on the line, they don't want to always do what they're supposed to be doing. But today is not that day, so... And to make sure it looks somewhat supported, we're gonna do that. That is crooked AF. That's not gonna work for me. Why don't we try something beamy? Let's try beam. Yeah, we're gonna go with the beam. Yes, we are. Ooh, output. Jeepers, you can't rest on your freaking laurels, lady. So output. That's gonna go in a box on the side here. Normally I would give it a pancake floor, but in this case we are gonna plop it right square in the middle here. And we're gonna take the easy way out. Boop. Yep, thank you. And mark for belt, thank you. Nice and elevated so we can still move around. And then we need that. What are we missing? I know what we did wrong. That is my mistake. Thought we grabbed the freaking concrete. I could have sworn we grabbed the freaking concrete, but no. Brain is not worky. Brain grab beam. Beam, not good. Beams are great, but not in this case though. Now why? Well, we had the right idea and it's placed correctly, but let's just get that little splitty baby in there again and fix our mistake. How about that? And now I'm gonna grab could have sworn, you know. Oh well. It's fine. It's not gonna be beautiful, but it's gonna work. Alright, now let's check upstairs. Quick as we can. You're gonna get a Mark 3 bolt. Yes, you are. And cast the belt. There we go. That's better. Phew! That was a close one. Alright, walls. Is that tall enough? I don't think that's tall enough. I think it needs to be higher. I don't know about you guys, but I don't need to take a look-see at the box. Here we go. And around, getting dizzy. Great, we got some nice views here. Perfect. Let's see, we need full glass frames. Little frames where we can see the treetops if we want to. That doesn't look too shabby. Honestly, we got a nice panoramic view on here. Okay. Last but not least. Oh, bloody hell, we need to go higher. Okay. How bad did we screw up that wall? Bad. That's just, up. Thank you. Come again. Don't get me wrong, I love the catwalks. They are very useful. But sometimes they can be a bit sniggly. Okay. Back up. Did we get up? There we go. And... so weird not being flying around, but since I'm not feeling too good, I didn't want to risk it for a biscuit like I normally do and fly like a bat out of you know where. And yes, I know I could use the normal metal wall, but honestly, using the 1 meter ones, they give a nicer effect sometimes. And just to make it a bit more yummy. Not like cake yummy, but still a bit more yummy. And I am gonna need a landing spot. So. Once again, let's get some steppy steps because we need to get up there. I said up. Thank you. Right. Now we can figure out a way to get up here in a bit. Alright, now, well, I know we need to go next to the box. I do want to use the ramp. Mainly because I rarely get to use the ramp, so why not? What if? There's gonna be a lot of what ifs here. Mainly because I had a very dumb idea. And I'm not sure if it's gonna work. Am I okay with it doing that? I'm not sure about that. So much for the ramp. Don't get me wrong, I like that we have stairs too. I really do. But sometimes mixing things up a bit is a bit more fun. I gotta turn it this away. So we can still survey everything here. Yeah. Okay. I really want to use these, but honestly, the way they are behaving, they make it a bit more well, see how they're snapping? They're behaving even worse than beams in that regard. It's such a shame, honestly. Makes me kind of sad. Now, if I put you there, and then I do that. It's gonna give a tiny bit of overlap, but can't be helped. How's that? Excellent. Okay. Now let's see if we can't figure out something a bit more fun. Again, I really wish we had a half wall. Should we just keep this as an architectural intrigue? You know what? That's what we're going with. Why not? And then we need the side door. There we go. So we got a little hidey hole here. If somebody tries to eat us, yeah. But I am gonna extend this edge, I think. Not sure yet. Thank you, autosave. That is done. Let's go with the 2 meter. Did you sit correctly? No, you did not. Fine, let's try it from the other side since you're being a silly Billy. Sometimes getting the roofs in, honestly, is a bit annoying. Just a tiny bit. Not that we can't make it go. It really doesn't want to go. It wants to do everything else. Now we're gonna keep the hidey hole. And we're gonna extend this with some walls later, but right now we need these little suckers right there. Okay, this is a nice view. I'm just gonna enjoy it for a tiny bit. Because we can see the dunes over there. The spires that way. Titan Forest here. Red Forest over there. The Crater Lake over here. Titan Forest down here. Yep, I love it. Okay. That is not bad. Okay, I'm not mad at that. And I'm not even mad at that little overhang here. I'm okay with that. We can make it a bit more intriguing though, can't we? That kind of works. What if we go... No. We're gonna leave that be. But what if we beamify it? We're gonna beam it up. That's too high. And I do apologize for the bad angles, but I'm trying to get this beam to actually do what I need it to. What if I go over here? Would that be better? No. Okay. What if we do it in freedom form? Then you're gonna behave? Bloody hell. And then we need those little ears. Another little ear. And you need an ear, you need an ear. And then that is actually not too shabby. And you know what? Just for the hell of it, now wait, the steppy steps looks a tiny bit supported. You're getting an ear too. Thank you. That way we have some modern art in with our factory. And the reason why I'm keeping this here is in case I need to steal any encased beams or modular frames for that matter. I'm just making sure I don't hate this. I don't hate this. And we got nothing poking through, right? Yes! Alright, outside. We get to go outside and play. Well, you guys are. I'm not. I'm keeping myself isolated until I feel better. Oh, and yes, even more than normal. So, girls gotta do what a girl's gotta do. And I got to do way more windows, but I don't feel like doing those right now. Right now, we want to go do up the outside. Windows can wait. I can do that on my own, so to speak. Do we need a beam here too? I kind of feel like we need a beam here too. And some more metal. We need more metal down here. To there maybe? What if we do like that? Would that be horrendous? 2 meters? Do we need that one there? Let's just try the gate hole, right? And the beam. So it looks a tiny bit more secure in here, even though it's not. Is that dumb? It might be. What am I to say? Do we like this? Do we not like this? Watch out, Mr. Bean, coming through. I told you, Mr. Bean, coming through. Because as you guys can see, really, it's a very tall, big gray box. It functions, yes. Does it have any whatever pizzazz? Personality? Hush now. No, it does not. But I am gonna fix that. So next time you guys see that, it's gonna look a hell of a lot better. But I kind of feel like it's necessary to show what you can do in case you need more materials of any kind. Right? And this build is essentially broken up into 3 pieces. We're gonna take the hyper thingy. Mainly because I made it, so I might as well use it. But it's essentially broken up into 3. I like my cutout there, but it needs a bit more. Yeah, yes it does. Since it gets the coal. Oh, no. Get me out of here. Thank you. It's such a vacuum. Since we get the coal from down there, right? We get the concrete from in here. Very simple little setup. And the concrete maker is downstairs, which you can't see, but it is. And I did try to make it a bit more snazzy than just a box. And I've that. Let's just carefully, because our concrete maker is all the way down there in its own little thingy, and I need more concrete. How did I miss that? There we go. And again, I had to keep the trucks in mind, so I couldn't just enclose it completely, because it would go into the road for my trucks, and it wouldn't be ideal, unfortunately. Yeah. So it is a box, but the box has personality. It got a snazzy little front here where I played around with textures, grouping them together so it mirrors that somewhat. Because in here, that's where we get our iron and our caterium, which is extra caterium, by the way. So that is what that does. And I need some more ramps on this side, but that's besides the point. And it works. And you can sort of keep an eye on it, hence why I have this little thing here, besides getting up and down. So this is a nice example on how you can maximize some of the resources that are close by without having to make a gigantium structure to trying to process it all. Here we're bringing multiple things in, yes, but it's all contained in one structure, and it's nice and divvied up. And I'm gonna put signage for each floor. But I figured this was a very good example on what you can do, where you still keep it somewhat contained and yet get a decent amount of resource output. And also have a bit of fun structure-wise. Because essentially I could have used the catwalk ramps to get up and down here. Sure. But I use the natural bridge is here. The only one who doesn't get to use that is my resources, because conveying on a straight area is easier than having to go up and down and up and down. But yeah. Last thing, enjoy the drone. Bye! But not too shabby. But honestly, guys, there are so many ways to get your resources for what you need without having to go gigabuild or megabuild, whatever that it's or total eclipse they do. Don't get me wrong, they look awesome. I'm not saying they don't, because they really do. I watch it too. I'm a sucker. But I also think finding different ways of utilizing what's around you without having to, hey buddy, without having to tear down everything around you, take down all of the trees, just because you need a structure. Oh, wait a minute. Can I sneak in one more foundation under here? That's gonna be the last thing, I promise. I swear, sees. Are you not gonna let me do that? What? What if we go... Nye. It's not gonna let me. It's being a suckerfish. And what if... I'll play around with that later. It's just a thought. And I had to act on it. But yeah. Next time this will be completely done. Now we got more heavy modular frames, which we are going to utilize for the elevator projects up there. They want those. And by then, the thingy, you see that the hub, or the hut, Diablo wants that. Those pieces will be collected, so we can put them in the whatever thingy and send them to fix it, and they can send me a promotion because it's looking snazzy. But yeah, that's all, people. I'll see you next time, hopefully. And if you're new and you like this shenanigans, yeah, you know what to do. I'm not gonna beg for it, but I'm gonna ask. Subscribe, hit that bell, give us a like, leave me a comment, and I will get back to you as quickly as I can, unless I'm sick. Hence why I'm behind this time. So yeah, see you in the next one. Bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye 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 bye.